Welcome back to the Lorenzo Primerano Show, where we talk about Philly sports. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Now, stay tuned for your Philly sports news. Do you want daily sports news and not have to wait every Saturday for the podcast? Visit my Twitter at Lorenzo_12_24 for all the news. Welcome back to the Lorenzo Primerano Show, and we don't have that much news to talk about this week. And if you're following my Twitter, again, it is at Lorenzo_12_24. I have not posted that much this week because there really wasn't that much to talk about in Philly sports. But first thing I want to get to everything this week about the Sixers was bad for the most part, besides for last night. But we're gonna get into that very, very soon. First, I want to get off to the start, where the Sixers were down 2-0 in the series. I was not surprised at all when they went down 2-0. I do think that they should have tried to steal one of those games, so this would have been a little bit of an easier road. If you saw on my Twitter earlier this week, I said after they went down 2-0 that it's going to be a long road ahead of them. I know it's only being down 2-0, but as the Sixers team against the Miami offense and defense, the one thing that they did not do in the first two games, which I wasn't really that excited about, was they're not playing in the paint. And the reason why I say this is probably why they lost is if you look at Game 3 yesterday, of course we won that, now making the series 2-1. Embiid is the key person or defender in the paint. And if you watch the first two games of the series, which Miami won, we're not guarding in the paint. We're letting them come in the paint, putting up easy layups, easy buckets, and all of a sudden Embiid comes back and they're struggling with it. I do think Doc Rivers also has a big part of it, because he should be noticing that, and not just me or anyone else that said it. Going on to the good note, the Sixers did win Game 3 last night, 99-79. They won by 20. It was Thursday night. They won. I forget when it was, but they won by 20. They won 99-79. Danny Green went off. He had about 18 points. He was, I think, 6 for 7 from 3-point. He went off that game. Tyrese Maxey was a little. Did not have any points in the first half. And then got on a roll. Had a little over 15 into the second half and finishing off the game. Embiid, of course, coming back from the fractured thing in his face. He cleared concussion protocols a day before the game. He decided to play. He played with the mask on. He had an 18-game night. Of course, you're not expecting him to come back as a full recover, dropping 35 points. So it's a good getting back into the groove kind of thing for Embiid. Another thing I'm going to get into is Ben Simmons. Now, I know I made my discussion about him, how much I hate him. Ben Simmons reportedly is getting back surgery. I really didn't see it coming, really. I'm not trying to be sarcastic at all about this, but I don't really regret saying anything to him. I know it must suck to have a back injury, but it's not like he had it the whole time. He just started complaining about it, and he needs it. So I guess he wasn't faking that part. But I mean, there's other things that he probably was faking. So hopefully the Sixers can try to tie the series tomorrow night at 8. And I don't know why they play so late. But you never know. They need to stop turning it over. Turning over the ball. I mean, that has been like they can't just keep the ball in their hand. It's stupid to me. We had 16 turnovers at one point, and our shooting's got to be better. Really, shooting's got to be better. Embiid did miss a lot of field goals, but I mean, you can't really go off on him too much because he just came back. Really. All right. So enough with my frustration on the series and how the Sixers are down 2-1. A couple of weeks ago, I did the first round, my predictions of what I think for the NBA. Before I finish up this segment, I want to give you a quick rundown of the 8 teams left and what I think 4 teams will be left in the Eastern Conference Finals and the Western Conference Finals. First off, I want to go to the Western Conference first. It's Suns and Mavs. Now, this series, if the Suns did not take a 2-0 lead so far, I would put. I don't know if I would put the Mavericks or not, but the Suns seem like they're gonna carry away with the series. The Mavs did win the other night, making the series 2-1. But I do think the Suns do come off of this one. Warriors at Memphis. I know I've been messing around. I've been talking about how I think Memphis is going in 7. How the series is going so far, I like the rivalry between Ja Morant and Stephen Curry. I'm trying to lean over a little more to the Golden State Warriors side, but I can see Memphis winning that series in a rough game 7. But right now I'm going to go with the Golden State Warriors. That they'll go to the Western Conference Finals. Again, I'm really torn apart about this. I don't really know who's going to advance, especially with Miami and Philadelphia. Of course, as a Sixers fan, you want to pick Philadelphia, but you need to be more reasonable. If Philadelphia keeps on playing like they're playing, not shooting great, having the turnovers, I do think Miami is going to take that away from Philly. So until we fix our shooting, our defense, and our playmaking, along with the turnovers, I do think that Miami does take away the series from Philadelphia. And it's sad to say that as a Sixers fan, but if they can clear things up, the 76ers, I do believe that they can beat the Miami Heat. Milwaukee and Boston. I know a lot of people are saying that the Boston Celtics are going to be Milwaukee. I don't think that is going to be reasonable. I mean, it is reasonable, but I do not think they're able to pull it off. Boston, I think, might lose in 7 or 6. Milwaukee being led by Giannis, and I don't think Jason Tatum and that Celtics offense has enough in them to beat the Milwaukee Bucks. But hey, I may be wrong, so I'm picking Milwaukee for that. So enough for the NBA, man. That segment lasted 8 minutes for Sixers news, and I said we didn't have a lot of news to report. So, Phillies news, and I mean a whole lot of bad news for it. I'll tell you that right now. The Phillies lost to the New York Mets after being up 7-1 at the top of the 9th inning. They let up 8 runs, and they would go into the bottom of the 9th and do nothing. They would lose that game 8-7 after being up 7-1. And guess who was watching the game as it all unfolded in front of my eyes? Yes, it was me. Well, I want to talk about how much the bullpen sucks. First of all, I mean, you can't let 7 runs up In the top of the ninth inning, you let 7 runs up. Are you kidding me? And of course, on top of that, you got swept by the Texas Rangers, who also stink. I mean, come on. Come on. It's oh my God, I can't even express in the words how angered I feel about this Phillies team. I actually thought this year that they were trying to go far. Doesn't really seem to be the case this year. Of course, Joe Girardi, as much as I want to say words about him, I will choose not to. And if now I was listening to a couple people, and it is only, I think it's like 16% into the season out of 162 games. Yeah, there is still time to turn this season around. Will they? We don't know. But they need to step up and be better if they want to be a playoff team. Of course, you don't want to see them miss the playoffs again. That would not be a good scenario for the Phillies, but by what it's looking like right now, we need to fix a lot, and I don't need to address those issues because we all know what those issues are, and it's going to be a long road ahead of us if we are going to try to fix this and get somewhat. Oh my God, I don't know anymore. Not for the Phillies. Of course, they're pissing off everyone, so you just want to, get out of their face.